It's all covered in today's China Truths.
Be prepared, because this could be the strongest Typhoon Kajiki in the history of Sanya. All flights in Sanya have been canceled, and all sea, land, and air activities are suspended. Even food delivery services are unavailable. Those who plan to travel to Sanya in the near future should reschedule their trip for after the 25th. For tourists already in Sanya, please pay attention to typhoon precautions. And if not necessary, try not to go outside. The violent winds keep roaring, nothing can be seen. Water has been cut off, electricity is out, and the buildings in this storm keep shaking nonstop. I am now on the 18th floor. The wind is blowing and making the whole building sway constantly. Do you know that? It's not an earthquake. This is a typhoon. The wind is shaking the entire floor. On August 24th, the powerful Category 14 Typhoon Kajiki made landfall in Sanya, Hainan, bringing strong winds and heavy rain, with trees toppling over. On Sunday, the local government issued a red typhoon warning, and the entire city activated the strictest 5 suspensions and 1 closure measures. Under Kajiki's impact, Sanya was battered by wind and rain, with huge waves crashing up to the top of the lighthouse. The storm swept into the city center, causing large numbers of trees to fall and break. In Yalongbei tourist area, Jiyang district, Sanya, many trees were blown down across the main road. The largest was about 10 meters tall, with a diameter of about 50 centimeters, seriously obstructing traffic. In the early hours of the 25th, many netizens in Sanya left messages online saying that in Jiyang district, they had endured 2 extremely terrifying hours, feeling as though doors and windows could be blown apart at any moment. In seafront hotels across Sanya, people were terrified, their hearts pounding uncontrollably. I was at Dadonghai, a window at home shattered, and all the windows on the same side of the building were broken. It's over, my room. Oh my God, look at my balcony. My goodness, my ancestors. It's unbearable to look at, and looking outside, it even feels cold. It's almost the end. This glass has been bent by the wind. You see, the whole pane is shaking. Do you see it? The house is shaking, the bed is shaking. It feels like the whole building is swaying. That's our basement. It's crowded with people, and the stairwell is a mess. Luckily, we weren't trapped inside the elevator. It has now been upgraded to level 15, and Sanya is already within the eye of the storm. This situation will last another 4 to 6 hours, and winds like this are truly terrifying. Ha 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 ha. The building keeps swaying nonstop. I can't stay any longer. I have to leave now. I don't dare take the elevator. Did your home's window break? What floor are you on? How could the window shatter? The 10th floor, the windows on the 10th floor are almost all broken. Then I saw a family with children, carrying lots of belongings, heading down to the underground parking garage. It's really too frightening. Since the beginning of the year, many places in China have continuously suffered natural disasters and calamities. Typhoon Kajiki struck violently, hitting Hainan, with Sanya being the first city affected, battered by fierce winds and heavy rain. Many residents of Sanya said that Kajiki might become the strongest typhoon since the founding of the Chinese Communist regime. When the typhoon came, people saw with their own eyes trees being torn apart, collapsing one after another. Outside the window, torrential rain poured down, fierce winds howled without end, and the heavy downpour came like a waterfall. Netizens lamented that, facing the immense power of nature, humans are in fact so small, unable to withstand even a single blow. Numerous videos circulating online showed howling winds as the typhoon ripping roofs off buildings and blowing away doors and windows. Hotel lobby windows shattered, and tables and chairs were overturned. One tourist filmed a video showing the front door of a hotel blown open, sending diners screaming and fleeing. Ms. Lee, who was traveling in Sanya, posted online, "Lost in Sanya, my flight was suddenly canceled, leaving me stranded in Sanya. I was hit by the strongest typhoon ever, and the power went out in my room. It was everything." On the 25th, Miss Lee told the Xiaoxiang Morning News that the glass in the hotel lobby felt like it was about to shatter and was already severely bent. The typhoon reached its peak around 7 p.m. on the 24th as they were preparing to go to the restaurant for dinner. The power went out suddenly. I thought it was just the restaurant, but when I got to the hotel lobby, I found the entire hotel was without power, with only the emergency lights on. They said it wasn't just our hotel, but all the other hotels in the area. There were so many people in the lobby, and the power came back on after about an hour or two. When the typhoon hit, water seeped through the windows of her hotel room, causing the glass to shake and make noises. Ms. Lee, frightened, ran to the hotel hallway for shelter. Around midnight, I felt the glass stop shaking, but I could still hear the strong wind. Elephant News reported the glass windows on the 17th floor were blown off, the washing machine was blown away, and the refrigerator was about to fall. Because the owner was not home, the property management was worried about anyone getting hurt, so they asked a locksmith to open the door and move the items. After the typhoon, Sanya was in ruins, with streets littered with fallen trees and many vehicles damaged. A video showed a giant billboard blown down, lying across the road and blocking traffic. The netizen who filmed the video said, "Typhoon Swordfish was incredibly powerful. It even knocked down such a large billboard, blocking the intersection. It's terrifying."
Till now, natural disasters and man-made catastrophes have continuously occurred across mainland China. Heat waves, droughts, earthquakes, typhoons, heavy rains, and floods have followed one another. On July 25th, a 4.2 magnitude earthquake struck Xiangfen County, Linfen City, Shanxi Province. Strong tremors were reported in areas such as Linfen, Taiyuan, and Yuncheng. Neighboring regions including Luoyang and Sanmenxia, Hainan, as well as Xi'an and Hainan, Shanxi, also clearly felt the quake. The epicenter was located 16 kilometers from Xiangfen County and 35 kilometers from Linfen City. Many villages like Chenggong Village within a 5-kilometer radius, and towns such as Mayi and Tongzhen within a 20-kilometer range were affected. The earthquake lasted for about 10 seconds. Afterwards, residents in Linfen, Taiyuan, Yuncheng, Huma, Yicheng, Luoyang, Sanmenxia, Xi'an, and Hainan, Hainan, and Shanxi all reported strong shaking. Panicked residents shouted, "An earthquake in Huma! It's shaking! Look, even the hospital staff are running outside." Another person said, "There was just an earthquake in Linfen. I thought I was having low blood sugar because I felt dizzy even while standing." For many, it was the first time they had clearly felt an earthquake. One person recalled, "I was sitting and reading when I suddenly felt something vibrating under my seat like someone had slipped a phone underneath. Then my phone notified me that a 4.9 magnitude earthquake had struck Linfen. I froze for a few seconds, and then the whole house began to shake. I was so scared I ran downstairs immediately." Another chimed in, "It's definitely an earthquake. Look at that infrared sensor, it's shaking. I was just sitting calmly when I suddenly felt a violent tremor. And you told me it was just low blood sugar. Look at the sensor now, it's still shaking. Oh my God, it's an earthquake. Yuncheng just had an earthquake, everyone. Look, can you see it?" Just earlier in Shanxi, there was an earthquake. I received so many messages asking, "Did an earthquake hit Shanxi? Did you feel anything there?" The epicenter was in Linfen. I'm from Huozhou City, which is part of Linfen, and yes, the entire area felt the quake. I called all my family members. Luckily, no one was hurt. You can't imagine the fear of an earthquake unless you've experienced it. I don't know how it is in other provinces, but here in Shanxi, since I was little, we've always heard rumors. There's going to be an earthquake. There's going to be an earthquake. My mother would often make us sleep outside whenever there were rumors of a quake. It wasn't just our family. Many others did the same. They would bring instant noodles like huafeng, Xiaokang family, or jia yi mai, and sit by the roadside, afraid an earthquake would strike that night. It's always been this way. Every time we heard there might be an earthquake, our hearts would tremble. People say the ground beneath Shanxi is hollow, without coal, so when an earthquake hits, everything collapses like a squashed, steamed bun. That terrifying image was imprinted in my young mind, just imagining it was horrifying. So now, whenever I hear there's an earthquake, I get overwhelmed with fear and immediately call my whole family. Do you understand? Before this, some netizens from Shanxi said they saw flocks of swallows flying in circles in the sky. Some guessed that it might be a sign of an impending earthquake, and it turned out to be true. After the earthquake in Shanxi on July 26th, another earthquake with a magnitude of 4.8 struck Alxa left Banner in the Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. Tremors were clearly felt in areas such as Yinchuan, Ningxia, Gansu, and Qinghai, with the strongest shaking reported in Yinchuan. Many high-rise buildings there swayed violently. Some residents were awakened in the middle of the night as their beds shook, fish tanks rippled, and a few people were even shaken off their beds. Many residents said this quake felt even stronger than the 4.6 magnitude one last year. Some netizens reported that their phones indicated a magnitude of 5.1. My entire friend circle is sharing different experiences about the earthquake. Some heard their window glass rattling, some were shaken awake. Earthquake-related posts have filled my feed. Oh my God, I was lying in bed when I suddenly felt the shaking, jumped up and started putting on clothes. The bed was shaking so hard that it even woke my mother.
Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We will keep reporting on the COVID surge in China, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos. And thank you for tuning in.